Hey guys, I wanted to show you a really cool natural look using our natural New Zealand palette. All the instructions are on the back, so don't worry if you don't have time to watch this video, you can keep the box and it will tell you exactly what to do. So let's jump straight in. Inside it's got all these beautiful earthy tones. I like to just take a fluffy brush and I like to prime my eye. So instead of using a primer, I like to use this color, and so I just take the nice neutral tone. And there's two ways of doing it. You can rub it all over your eye, or you can push it into your eye. So then you get, or eyelid I should say, because then you get more of that product and the color on it to create a nice flat base for you to build with all the beautiful browns that we're gonna use. I might even cheat and use a little bit of our kajal as well, because I do like a little kajal. And so once I've based my whole lid just like this, I'm just going to make sure it's all nice and even right across, and do the same on this side. Ta-da-da. Once that's done, I like to take just another little fluffy brush, and I'm going to go in for a bit of a base color. So base, and then my second base, so more a brown kind of color. So I'm going to go in here into this color here, and the possibilities are endless. So just because I'm doing this one thing, there's so many different looks you can create with this one palette. Now I like to do just little window wiper motions into the squirrel crease of my eye. And so it looks like this. And I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side. And don't worry, if you make a mistake, they're super blendable, so it's really easy to fix. So I'm just going to go in and do that a little bit more, because I want it nice and rich and dark. There we go. And I'm going to do the same on this side, and you can go a little higher as well, so don't worry. Have fun with it. Okay, so once I've done that, they look like this. And my next step would be to go in a little bit darker now, but I just want to go into this tiny little bit of my eye. So the best way to do that is just to get a little bit of a smaller brush this time. So I'm just going to use a little fluff brush here, but just a little thinner, flatter one. So we have those, and I'm going to go in for this beautiful wood color here, and I'm just going to take a little bit of my brush. I'm going to tap out any excess product, and I'm just going to go right into that corner there, just to create a bit of depth. And so I'll do the same on this side. Just little, I'm almost circling, if you can see as well, so I'm just circling in that little area. Okay, once I've done that, I like to go back with my clean fluffy brush, and I just like to blend everything out, so there's no harsh lines anywhere. Once that's done, we are almost there. I love to go in with this color, and I prefer to just use my ring finger. I take a little bit of the color, and it looks so beautiful, look at that. And then I like to do the inner part of my eye like this. And I'm gonna just add a little bit more. See how I didn't do, see how I didn't do the whole? I kind of went about halfway. And look how vibrant that looks already. So I'm just gonna do that exact same thing on this side. And this is just one look, so have fun, because I love it. Colors are my thing, and I really enjoy playing with them. Okay, so I'm just gonna take another that same fluffy brush and just blend out the edges again. And now all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean up into my eyes, I'm gonna put a bit of foundation on, and then I'm gonna show you the next step. See you in a bit. Okay, I'm back. So I just put a little bit of foundation on and some concealer. Now what I'm going to do is show you how I fill in my brows. So I use the same palette again, and I choose a color that works for my skin. So I'm going to go in here with a little bit of this color down here, and maybe mix it with a bit of this darker brown, and tap out any excess. And all I do is I start at the bottom, and I do small little strokes like here to fill in my brows. And then I like a natural shape, so I just follow my existing shape of my brows and do little upwards motions to create that more higher definition of the brow. Just like that, and that would be my one brow done. So I'm gonna do exactly the same on the other side. Just start at the bottom again and do little small strokes to fill in the brow, and then do the upper part, and then finish it off. And here at the front, I like to keep it just a little bit lighter so it doesn't look so strong. Okay, that is my brows done. The next thing I would like to show you is see how I finished the eyes, but just the top of it. But what I would like to do is to line, so use the same palette as a liner. So what you do is you can just wet your angled definer brush with some water, or you can use some setting spray. You just spray it so it's just wet, not absolutely soaking, just damp. And so once that's ready, you can go into whichever color you like. And today I'm going to go in for this darker brown because I want a really smoky, natural brown look. And then all I do is I hold my lid just tightly, well, not tightly, gently, I mean, but firmly. And then I create a liquid line. So it's 100% made for the woman on the go. You don't have to carry lots of makeup with you. You just multitask with your palette. Okay, and there you go. So I've created that. And then here you can do a flick if you want. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna blend out where I touched the other part of my face, just like that. And then if I wanna create a flick, I like to just measure up my face on a mirror, and then I just do an ever so slight flick, and then I pull it in. So it looks like that. And I'm gonna do the same on this side, just ever so slightly. Flick, oh, and pull it in, there you go. And I'll just blend out where I went a little bit further. But there you go. So that is how I do it. And then what I like to do is use that same angled definer brush, the same color that I was using, take a little bit more product, and then I like to line my waterline. So I just pull down my eye a little bit, ever so slightly, and just line the waterline. And I like to just go halfway because I think it opens up my eyes a bit more as opposed to going the full way. And then let me just fix up that flick. It wasn't 100% the way I wanted it. So I'm just gonna fix it up on both sides. There you go. And so it's like that. Now, let me just very quickly blend out where I touched my face on those little bits. Just a nice beauty blender, it's always good. And I'm gonna show you how I contour my face now. So, I take the same palette again. I take a nice, I dropped the brush. I'll be back. Wait, 2 seconds, I'm back, sorry. So, I just take a little bit of this color here, the nice brown. So there's a contour in every palette as well. And so I start from here, where about there, and I gently draw a 3 down the side of my face. Now each of the palettes you can do all of this with. So you just pick your favorite color and you go with it. Then do the same on this side. And then I like to contour my nose ever so slightly too. So I just take a fluffy brush, take a little bit of that contour color, and I just go down the side of my nose, just like that, and down the other side. Not too much, just a little, and then close it in. And then I like to get a beauty blender, which just to blend out so there's no harsh lines and it looks very natural. Okay, and then because I have a higher forehead, I'm also going to just contour a little bit up here. And you can do all sorts of stuff. You could do bronzing, you can do contouring, you can do all sorts of stuff to create that. Once that's finished, now I'm pretty much on the home run. I get to choose which blush I want to use. And I'm going to go for this one down here, Hawke's Bay blush. And I take a little bit on a fluffy brush like this and a blush brush, tap out any excess product, and then I just gently put some on the apples of my cheeks. But ever so slightly, but remember it's very pigmented, so just be careful because you can always blend out, but you shouldn't put too much on. And I do like a little bit of blush, so yeah, I do put a lot of blush on. I like it though. Okay, once I finish doing that, I can go in with a fluff brush if I want to highlight, and I can take this gorgeous highlighter color we have here, and I just swirl my brush in the product, tap out the product, and I like to highlight just here a little, and I like to highlight on both sides there. So we do that. Da, da, da. And then I like to do a little bit down my nose. And then I like to get my ring finger and just do a tiny bit here under my brow to lift it a bit. And I do a bit here too. I mean, you can use a brush, but this is so much quicker. And then a little bit on my Cupid's bow here, because once I put the lip color on, it will pop a bit more. So there you go. That is some eyes, contour, blush, and I'm gonna pop some mascara on and then we'll do lips. Okay, I'm back. So now I have mascara on and this is what the eye looks like. I really love this look. So now you have a choice. You can do a few things. I want to use a ruby berry and show you what a ruby berry stylo looks like on its own. I would also like to show you a couple of other colors and some other ideas. So let's take our fun and favorite color of all, naughty nude. So I'm going to show you what a naughty nude stylo would look like on its own. So if I just line my lip and do my Cupid's bow, and just fill in the whole lip. There you go. This on its own would be such a beautiful look. See how pretty that looks? There are other options though. So if I just go in here, and I'm gonna show you the ruby berry now, so a ruby berry stylo. This is nice because it doesn't kiss off, which is quite nice, but it's still really hydrating with all the natural minerals and oils in it. If I went in with ruby berry, it would look more like this. And see how that has just transformed that into a completely different look. So this could also be a day look, or if you want it more for an evening look, day to night, it works. So that's with ruby berry. Let me show you how we also have stays. So you can put these on top of your color that you're wearing. So if I've got a ruby berry on now, I could do a ruby berry matching one, which looks like this. Or I could do a Cabernet Merlot, which is very similar as well and looks like this. And so you could choose, or I can go in with a gorgeous gloss. So if I took something like this one, which is a Sabrina Sparkle, and I just put a little bit of gloss on top, just put that right on top. That again creates a completely different look. Oh, and it has a hint of mint in it, which naturally plumps your lips, but it subsides, don't worry. So that is another look that you could create. So if I now take this off, give me 2 seconds, I'm gonna take it off and I'll be right back. I'm gonna show you our rocket red. Okay, so it's off. So I've left everything else on as per before. Now I go in with our rocket red stylo. So there we go, can you see that? There you go. And I do the same thing that I did with the other one, line the lip, just like that, and then fill the lip in. This is such a nice red. It's so rich and delicious. Okay. I'm still here, there we go. So I could just wear this like that and see how that's created a whole new look as well. The next step is, let's say I'm going out for the night and I want the red to stay on all night. I mean, this one's not too bad, see, it doesn't kiss off like when you do that. But to keep it, well, to help it stay the whole night, you can use the Rocket Red Lip Stay. And then you do exactly the same thing. You take the color and you fill in your lip. Just like that. So there you go. And it takes 45 seconds to dry, so you have time to work with it, and then you can maneuver it to whichever way you like, and then there you go, and that stays. I hope you guys liked this tutorial. I will show you lots more very soon. Take care, bye.